Hello and welcome to the Chihuahua edition of this vlog. And today I'm going to share the HWA newsletter with a Chihuahua on my shoulder. Can I do this? I don't know. We'll find out, won't we? For some reason, he has just gotten immensely needy all of a sudden, like the last probably 20 minutes, probably when I decided I needed to get this up because it was getting late. So he got super needy. But this is Chupacabra, and he is a Chiweenie officially. He's a Chihuahua Wiener Dog cross, and he's very lovable. And he acts like a Chupacabra. But let us get into the HWA newsletter. I like to share the newsletter once a month because the team that does it is absolutely fantastic. I will give you their names in just a minute. I also like to share it because I like to show you what you're missing if you're a non-member. There is a lot of free promotion, valuable promotion in this newsletter, and this is where people in the industry go to look to find who's doing what right here in this free newsletter. So if you're not a member, it's a good way to it's a good reason to be a member, and you can find the link about membership in the description box of this video. Chupacabra is an honorary member of the Horror Writers Association, and in fact, one of his brothers was on StokerCon, whatever, doing a speech a couple years ago, and that was Yogi, who has found a good home. He was a foster dog that we had. So, and if you are a member, sorry, that was a little bit stuttery. If you are a member, this is my way of reminding you of all the membership perks that you can have, including a Chihuahua butt. Hey, what are you doing, Choopy? I don't know. Here, why don't you jump down in my chair? Okay. You do not get entertainment like this anywhere else. Let me just tell you. Hey, did you want to get down? Here. Okay, I'm Chihuahua free. So, anyways, let's get into this newsletter here, shall we? Probably one of the more interesting openings I have had. Oh, look at that. If I angle just right, it looks like my body, I'm attached. So let's see. Anyways, whatever. I'm getting sidetracked. So, newsletter. This is the June 2022 newsletter coming out from Horror Writers Association. This is Kathryn Ptacek's. Wow, I'm really stuttery today. It's probably because it's late. And I've been doing a lot of things today. But this is Kathryn's editorial. She does every month. I'm going to scroll down here. It's got a lot of information in here to grab. But I want to scroll down here first and talk about the people that are in this. Now, if you look in the description, their names are in the description. But I want to point it out, besides Kathryn, it's Anthony Ambrogio, Tina Goodman, Naching Kassa, Lori Gaudet, Brick Marlin, Nicole Willson, Sheri White, Darcy Turnbo, and Jana Grace, and not to forget Donna Fitch, who does a lot of the web design and newsletter, putting it up. And also my dear friend Marge Simon, who does a column in this, which we will get to in just a minute. But I just first want to start out with a shout out for them. They do this every month. This is something they do out of the goodness of their hearts to keep us all informed. It is jam-packed with good information and free promotion. So I don't take advantage of the newsletter's free promotion like I should. But here are some of the ways that you can do this. She always kind of reminds you, if you go to Kathryn's editorial, it's almost like a list of free ways that you can advertise yourself and participate. So let's see. The first one is, she's doing a feature right now, or she's gathering information about how to, like, why do you write horror? What attracted you to it? So she's kind of waiting for people to send in like just a paragraph or two, nicely edited, a paragraph or two about why you became a horror writer, free promotion. She's also looking for a couple of photos and a short write-up of where we work for a Where We Work feature. That's basically a photo of your office. Yes, you probably want to clean it first. Oh, I should do it right now. My office is looking pretty clean. And just a little paragraph about your office. Let's see. For me, I would have to talk about, I used to work under the stairs, and then I graduated to a full office in 2020. She has a No Boundaries column, which is where you talk about creative things you do that are not writing. Like I do pottery. So if you're watercolors, if you look behind me right there, that is a watercolor by Lee Murray. So she could be in No Boundaries, talking about her watercolors. Sinister slideshows. She's looking for photos there, but she said she likes to do a theme. She usually asks for photos on the HWA Facebook page, so watch the social media. She's sending another reminder to send photos of your book signings and writer events and online presentations and in-person gatherings. Ooh, I really need to start doing that. So that she can share them. Deadlines are always the 15th of the month, so that's super easy to remember. If you send in your news early, that's always welcome. And all the names of the columnists, if you want to contact them, I'm reading this now, are on the front page, right side of each issue, and on the bottom of some of the columns. And then here's where it gets to the important part. This stuff is all free promotion for you and about your work. I messed it up. This stuff is all free promotion, all caps free, promotion for you and your work. Free, always free. Take advantage of that. And that is that. So yeah, I'm going to try to pull some of these out and make a list of things to do for here because yeah, I've done a ton of events and I've forgotten to send any photos. So that is in the not so final note from the editor by Kathryn Ptacek, and that is in the June 2022 newsletter. Next, I opened all these up so they open faster and you don't have to wait for my computer to load. Next, we have the Bram Stoker Award winners and finalists, which are equally important. And I do want to just say, as a just now Bram Stoker winner, it is all the work is excellent. You'll notice that it is for superior achievement. See here where it says superior achievement. In no way is that meant to be the best. These are all amazing works. There is no loser in this bunch. If you make it to finalists, it means you're superior. And while there can be only one, because that's kind of the competitive thing, all of these guys are superior. So congratulations to everybody, to the winners and to the finalists, because it's pretty awesome wherever you are. If you can reach this level, well done. So, and for everybody who's watching it who has not been here yet, you're gonna be, and good luck to you. And yeah, if I can help you, I will. We're a team and everybody's trying to make everybody, help everybody be more excellent. So anyways, StokerCon, I've already talked about this a bunch last month. It was at the Curtis Hotel, which was beautiful. It was an amazing, incredible weekend. Wow, I must be getting tired again because I'm falling back on my amazing adjective. Yeah, it was a really good weekend. My Stokers are behind me right there. So, yay! Thank you, everybody. It was so cool. And back to the newsletter. So we have the winners are all listed in here, and I'm not going to go over all of these. Just we're trying to show the newsletter off and what is in it, but this is all the things. Congratulations, Alessandro Manzetti. That was cool. Jeff Strand. That was awesome. Lee Murray. Gemma Files, Mike Flanagan, James Flanagan, and Jeff Howard with Midnight Mass, Ellen Datlow. I really want to say whenever I see Ellen Datlow win anything, I want to say Ellen Datlow again. How many does she have? Like 20? I think Ellen probably has 20 of these. I have no hope of ever catching up to Ellen for anything. We've got Michael Noss with Writer's Workshop of Horror 2, which I really enjoyed. I think I did a review on that a while back. Sorry, I'm muting my phone, which have already been done. We had, oh, look, there's me. I was actually like, oh, look, there I am. Oh, yeah, we just talked about that. Architects of Hope, the poetry collection, which was Tortured Willows. And then this is kind of a cool thing. The HWA Lifetime Achievement Awards were given to Nancy Holder, Koji Suzuki, who was the first Asian American to receive this award from the Horror Writers Association, and Joe Fletcher. The Specialty Press Award was given to Valancourt Books. The Richard H. Lehman Presence Award was given to Sumiko Salson. Well deserved. She does so much. The Silver Hammer Award for Service was given to Kevin J. Whitmore, an awesome guy. Mentor of the Year was Michael Noss, so he got 2 Little Houses that day. And the 7th annual Final Frame Horror Competition winners are Best Writing in a Short Film, Becoming Emma Braintree. Oh, I didn't realize that was based on the short story by Aaron Dries. That's so cool. He's an awesome guy. Second runner-up was Every Time We Meet for Ice Cream, Your Whole Fucking Face Explodes. Sorry if my language here offends you. I'm just reading. And first runner-up to the grand prize was The Thing That Ate the Birds. So you get all of your news for the Bram Stoker Awards right there. Next, this is very important. Not that saying that the Bram Stoker Awards aren't, but HWA elections are coming up. And this is a really good way. Sorry, I'm trying to not sit on my jacket. This is a really good way to be involved in the HWA and get your name out there while doing some important work. I'm a trustee. I was really nervous about becoming a trustee because I was, like, oh my gosh, it's going to be too much work. Imposter syndrome. Should I even be a trustee? Am I worth that? All of that stuff. I'm going to tell you, yes, you are. So the offices that are open right now are president and secretary. And I'm going to preface that by saying if you go for president or secretary, that is a lot of work and stress. So this is my opinion. I'm not talking for anybody else, but my opinion is those 2 positions, any officer position is so busy. You should really approach it with caution and make sure that you are available and able and desirable, like you want to do this, because I'm pretty sure a lot of their personal time and their writing time kind of evaporates so that they can do this important work. But trustee is where I'm at, and it's a lot easier. Basically, I am there as an opinion and a voice, and we have a board that we watch every day. We check in and make sure there's no messages, and if anything comes up, we jump on it. We talk about our opinion, like our perspective, not our opinion, but that's our opinion as well. Our perspective on the issue. Offer any helpful information we can, do whatever we can to correct the situation, help the situation, build bridges, expand knowledge, share information, basically just make the HWA a better place, as if it wasn't already amazing and awesome. Oh, there goes amazing again. I'm really getting tired of that adjective. But yeah, so if you are considering running for any of these positions, president, secretary, or 3 trustee positions, just go to the newsletter, which is what we're talking about. There's all the information right there. You just write up your platform, which is basically why do you want to do this and what do you feel like your qualifications are, a headshot, and email it to elections@horror.org by July 8th. So, and if you're interested in reading what the bylaws are, the link is right there. Next up, the HWA Mental Health Initiative. Oh my gosh, has this been keeping me so busy. We're doing a blog post today It is Dave Jeffrey. I don't know why I stumbled and had to think about that. Dave Jeffrey and Lee Murray are the HWA committee wellness co-chairs, and this is an initiative to help foster um, neurodivergent mindsets and abilities in horror in different ways. So, for instance, we tend to always, not always, but a lot of times you have, the mentally ill person is always the killer and things like that. But they don't have to be, and that kind of puts a negative stigma on neurodivergence or, having things that you might need extra help with or different perspectives. So that's what the HWA Mental Health Initiative is for, is to first offer help to our members. Any of our members that might be looking for some counseling or anything like that, we have resources listed for you to go find. We also are trying to provide education through panels. I'm actually getting ready to record a panel of interviewing Dave and Lee for the In Your Right Mind convention that's coming up virtually. I think Seton Hill is putting that on. So, yeah. So they're doing a lot of good things. What I've been doing is posting all the blog posts because we accepted, Lee accepted, and I've been helping her do the editing and things mildly. But 2 posts a day. But anyways, and it's on people's perspective from their own experience and on this topic of mental health. And so those have been going up on the Horror Writers Association's blog, which is free to anybody to read. Everybody got paid. I forgot how much. I think $5. Everybody got a token payment for being accepted. And it is being turned into an ebook, which will be a free download forever, as far as I know, available on the website so that these stories can be shared. Anyways, it's a really cool thing. It's a really cool thing, and I'm glad we are doing it. So this is the page that talks all about that. That's the cover. Isn't that beautiful? I forgot who did that art, and it is so beautiful. Really love it. I'm looking to see if it says it here. Anyways, I could have saved my breath because all of that is here, all of this information. The resource link page is here. The panel discussions talking about that. Really want to know who did this art. And I will find that out and probably share that tomorrow. Now that's really going to bother me. All right, so that's the HWA Mental Health Initiative, which is a very important program. Also, we have Holistic Horror, which I think is going to be an ongoing column. I'm not positive. This might be a one-off kind of information thing. But it's horror and mental health, a discussion, a virtual Q&A panel summary report. Oh, right. This is just the things that were discussed in the panel, I think. So another good resource for you to look out for in your June 2022 newsletter. Wow, I'm at 20 minutes already. I need to pick it up. Sears Table, always one of my favorite things, talking about diverse works. The Sears Table members, which I believe is headed by Linda D. Addison, they go around and seek diverse works and make sure that we know about them. So this is who is here today. I'm going to kind of quickly scroll through because I am starting to run out of time a little bit. I do try to keep these shorter so that I don't bore anybody to death. But this is also a really cool thing and a good example of why the HWA is so important. Diversity and horror go hand in hand. We are one of the original acceptors. I mean, we love Frankenstein. The monsters are our friends. Not saying that anybody's a monster, but you can't go wrong with horror writers. We love everybody because we write about the things we don't love, and we kill things on paper that we don't love. Fiendish Endeavors over here by Aaron L. Kemper is another good one to follow. It's all the information about who's publishing what. You can get free promotion by submitting to Fiendish Endeavors. And it'll put your book cover up here, put your information about your book. It doesn't even have to be a book. I don't know why I keep saying book. Like, here's Kyla Lee Ward, had her short story appear in The Gargoylicon, edited by Frank Kaufman. That was very graceful. Tori Eldridge is announcing Dance Among the Flames. And you know what? I stink at this. I really need to do this more. So don't do as I do, because I don't do this very much. Do as I say. Get over here and submit your books and stories and poems and flash fiction over here to this section, Fiendish Endeavors. All right, what else do we have? Calendar of reading and signings, more free promotion. You can submit your stuff over here, and there's everything, that you can go do in your area that people have submitted to this. More free advertising, more free promotion. Blood and Spades, Poets of the Dark Side by Marge Simon. Marge is a dear friend of mine, and I've had the pleasure of being in this column, I think 3 times, and it is a wonderful column, basically sharing poets. And so today is, or not today, this month is Chris McCauley, and this is his column. I mean, this is his poetry. He shares his poetry. He shares a little writing about his poetry. I love the Blood and Spades. This is such a good column. In fact, I'm going to interview Marge because I took over the Horror Writer Association poetry blog. I'm going to interview Marge about Blood and Spades and how she began that and all of that. Don't let me forget that. That's a good idea. Next, Recently Born of Horrific Minds by Lydia Peaver. And this is just books coming out this month. This is actually books. This time I'm correct with that. So you've got all the new stuff. Wow, some of these I did not know that this was coming out. Oh, look at that. I was like, I know that book. I know those guys. That's what we just put out. I have a copy. Of course, on the very bottom of this giant stack of books. But see, I do not fib. I got a bigger chair. I can't get in it. It's too tall. Okay. But that would have been better if I had that time. Dancing in the Shadows, a tribute to Anne Rice. 100% of all the money from this book goes to ARNO, which is the, oh my gosh. Is it ARNO? It's the New Orleans Animal Rescue. Oh yeah, Animal Rescue of New Orleans. Okay, that's why it's ARNO. Oh, that threw me for a second. But yeah, all the money from this, every penny, none of the writers received any money except for the money for a contributor copy. The artist, Andromeda, Jeanette Andromeda did all the art, including little super cool stuff inside, little tree, very talented. And Elaine Pascal and Rebecca Rowland did the editing. This is about the newsletter, so I will not keep going on, but yes, Dancing with Shadows. So I'm glad somebody, not me, because I was distracted all month, somebody had the foresight to put that in here. Free promotion. And now we continue with some of the rest of the cool stuff in here. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Not that I forgot that was in here, but I did not know that that was in here. So good on Rebecca and Elaine, whichever one of you put that in there. You are awesome. So, but yeah, and then down here is where you can submit your stuff. Brain Matter by J.G. Faraday is another good column. Lots of good information in here. I enjoy Greg. He is an awesome guy. I think I've known Greg probably for like 10 years now, I think. We met ages ago doing an anthology that Amy I was editing for Christmas every year, and all the money from that, it was a charity anthology, and all the money for that went to a woman's shelter. I remember that now. So that is where we met. Greg is an awesome guy. You want to know, like, one of those people that you're like, this guy has got your back no matter what. An excellent person. That's Greg Faraday, or I'm sorry, JG Faraday. And he's a really good writer too. And he writes, no, he doesn't just do middle grade anymore. Because I've got some of his older people books. Not saying like old people books, but yeah, you know what? I need to do some reviews on Greg's work. Maybe have Greg do an interview. All right. Anyways, I need to rush it along here because I'm running out of time. And hello, people that are commenting that I wind up not paying attention to very much because I am like very distracted usually. Welcome. We're sitting here going over the Horror Writer Association's newsletter and talking about all the great free promotion that's in here for members. If you're not a member, you can go find the link in the description and be a member. The Horror Writers Association, joining this, was one of the best things I ever did for my career. So, and no, I did not steal that newspaper stand thing behind me. That was a gift, and I keep magazines in it. So that is a really common question that I get asked is, did I steal that? The answer is, of course not. But if I did, I would probably not admit it. Now, if you go to your local newspaper office, they probably have some. They just gave it to me for free. I was going to originally turn it into a little free library, but I decided afterwards it probably wouldn't do too well in the weather here. So they just gave it to me. And you could put your cat in one. That would make a good cat bed. But Grumpy Grammarian, a couple of infelicities of language by Anthony Ambrogio. This is quite a hilarious column if you love language and, just playing with language and syntax. I suggest that. We've got the authors for the June KGB reading series, which is in New York. I do love cats. I only have dogs, though, right now. I have 5 dogs. So KGB reading, I'm just going to scroll through quickly because I am starting to spend a lot of time. I want to read at the KGB. I know Ellen Datlow does this. Matthew Kressel does this, organizes it. I was in New York one year and I was just a few days off from getting to go. But I think next time I go up the New York way, I'm going to make sure I go to that. Then we have just news. All your news, more free promotion, free advertising. And the information on how to get up here is there in the front of this. Oh, I really need to read that. I'm going to go back and read that when I have a little more time. Spooky Swap Meet by Lisa Morton is just a little information about something that happened, an event that she attended, and she's got some photos here. It looks very cool. I love that house. Your last name is Smith too? That's funny. Now, check that house out. So that's that by Lisa Morton. Watch Tongue's Horror Watch, interpreted by Naching Kassa, not written by Naching. Talks about video. Watch Tongue's favorite singer, Jason Voorhees, this month. So all horror themed. And Entombed by My Long Boxes by Joe Borelli. I'm actually not sure what this is because I haven't had a chance to read this month. But I love the art. Ooh, nice. All right, this is another thing I have to come back and read. Very cool. All free in your Horror Association newsletter. And then It's a Strange, Strange World by J.G. Faraday again. Man, that guy is busy. You are a busy man, Greg. Another great column full of information and entertainment. In the Spooklight is all the different things that we need to focus on. Highlights of the Halloween people. Interesting. So, and then we have the HWA market, which talks about who's buying what and where and for what and how much they're paying and how do you submit, which is like really good information. Did you know this was here? I did not know that until I started doing this review of the newsletter every month. Also in your newsletter, also good free information. And then back here, we have all the new members. So welcome you guys to the Horror Writers Association. Like I said, and I have said many times, it's the best thing I ever did for my horror career. I don't know why that was so hard to say. But yeah, we got a lot of new members and then some returning members. Oh, and I remember seeing that blog post when Chet Williamson said he was coming back. So very awesome. Welcome everybody to the Horror Writers Association. And here's how you can advertise and support the HWA and not get free advertising, but some really high value advertising. And that's the last page. So I just want to say, if you're not a member, you should be a member because look at what you get. And that is just a small part of what you can get. Every month for free, all this great information and opportunities to advertise yourself and promote. So this has been a long one. I think every time that I do the newsletter roundup, it is long. This has been 30 minutes. I try to keep it at like 10, 5 sometimes, but 10 max, maybe 15 or 20. So this was a long one. I apologize. Thank you everybody for sticking with me. And I hope you will go down to the comment section and join HWA if you're not already a member. And if you are a member, be inspired to get a hold of all this stuff and get this free advertising. And with that, I will see you tomorrow.